Hey guys, it's JShaw71. I thought I would talk to you for a minute about the new, very new, recently technically announced, Ubisoft massive game. I think, I've been working on it for 2 or 3 years, and had just made a post about it. I think, last week or this week. Anyways, this is interesting. You can do a lot of shit in the Star Wars universe. Who are you going to be? What are you going to do? Will they encompass it all? Clearly you probably can't be a crime lord, but bounty hunter, trooper, Jedi, Sith. Probably Jedi and Sith should be saved for rare, and it won't be sold or messed with like they did in the Star Wars Galaxy MMO, which it's a possibility it will be eventually, but I think it should be maybe 1% of the users should be Jedi, in my opinion, and or Sith. Some have some kind of Force ability, whether, I don't know if they're going to go with the idea of Disney saying that everyone can use the Force, just in different ways, or they'll probably go with that because they don't want to go with the Legends version, because that means their version is bad or wrong or dumb, which it kind of is, but that's not the point. I was also recently replaying Jedi Fallen Order, and I had some thoughts. They should take a lot of the stuff you find in Fallen Order, and rebuild it, or build upon it, and put that in the open world, open universe, open galaxy, whatever this is going to be set within, and just take all the customization things and build upon that. And also, the enemy chatter in Fallen Order is actually pretty good, and it doesn't repeat very much. I was pretty impressed with it while I was playing the game. It seemed like they had something different to say almost every time I fought a stormtrooper, and that's cool. And I hope they do stuff like that for the massive Star Wars game. Just a lot of ideas that could be done. Bounty hunter, trooper, either Imperial or Rebel. It's going to be a live service game, so there's that. I'm not sure what kind of graphical style they're going to go with. I'd like to see a graphical style like Fallen Order, but that may not happen depending on the engine that they're going to be using. I don't know what Ubisoft uses for their engines. They'll probably have Massive use their in-house engine if they have one. I forget. Is the Far Cry games made on the Unreal Engine, or is it a different one? Let me know in the comments. But this is pretty cool. Maybe be a smuggler, maybe be maybe something even mundane like a moisture farmer or a colonist, which basically is what a moisture farmer is. Star Wars Galaxies had a lot of mundane kind of jobs. You could be a dancer, you could be a colonist, you could, God, that a lot, maybe 20 occupations, I have to say off the top of my head. And pretty cool. You maybe be a mechanic and work on vehicles on the planet or your own ship. Maybe run a garage. Who knows? Will there be player housing? Will there be player businesses? Or is it just going to be stuff that you make finding materials within the world, which would be okay. But having player housing or player businesses would be really cool, because, again, if you don't remember, that's what Star Wars Galaxies had. Not that I played it for very long, but I jumped into it and checked it out, but kind of lost interest. Not because the game was bad, but just because I just wasn't into it. It didn't grab me. And I'm very kind of picky with the games I put time into. Even if it's not a story-related game, it's got to be something interesting, and that world to me just didn't grab me, and I don't know why. Still don't know why. But it's a really, I hope that it is going to be a good, one moment. I hope it's going to be a good product when it comes out. I mean, it's a great idea. It sounds kind of like an online game. So, and that sounds cool. That sounds totally, doable. Hopefully. I just hope that it's done right. And, I don't know what else to say. I just hope it's done right and it's treated with love and care. I think they've been working on it for like 2 or 3 years, and I think it may be moving into a closed beta. I don't know for sure. I need to go through the link again, but someone, leaker, was comparing it to No Man's Sky in a way where you can like jump to hyperspace and wind up in on another planet or in another system, which would be cool. But that sounds like a lot to do as a live service game. Aren't most live service games kind of small scope? I mean, the latest live service game that I recall is unfortunately Marvel's Avengers, which we all know how that turned out. Hopefully it won't be all fetch quests and defense missions, which a fetch quest is fine. Just like make it fun and interesting. And a defense mission could be cool too. I mean, like maybe do a small scale Battle of Hoth, or something like that. Battle of Scarif, maybe even. I know, but it is what it is, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But I just hope they take their time with it, which I don't know if they've taken enough time with it. With only 2 or 3 years in the development pipeline right now, they're, I think, going into testing soon. So I don't know what to expect. I just hope it's good, and I hope it functions well. I hope it's made well, it functions well, and I can get lost in the Star Wars universe. I played a bit of Old Republic. Yeah, the Old Republic, the BioWare MMO, which is good, and I hope it's like that, but like on console, because evidently the engine it was made on when BioWare made the Old Republic, for some reason it can't be used with consoles, and I don't know why. Who would even have that in a game? I mean, when it went free to play, it would have been the perfect time for it to transition over to consoles, but evidently it can't, and that really sucks, because I would have loved to have played it on my console. I'm not much into PC gaming. I mean, I game a little here and there on my PC, but generally I use my PlayStation or my Xbox One to play my games on, and generally enjoy it, and I think I do better with a controller in my hand than I do a keyboard, but it's a case-by-case basis. So, what do you guys think? Have you heard about the supposed leak article thing? What do you think about the idea of having possibly an open galaxy, open universe Star Wars game? I mean, it sounds great in theory, but can they pull it off? Will it work? Will it fail? Will it be a mess? I hope not, but this is questions we have to ask and things we have to consider when we hear about games like this. There's no other universe that I'd love to get lost in than the Star Wars universe. And I think it's only going to be next or current gen, and I still have my PS4 and my Xbox One. This might be the game that forces me to buy a PS5 if I can find one. I've heard it's getting easier, which is good, but I don't know. I live in the Midwest, so stuff gets here later than usual. But I mean, when I can, and hopefully I'll see you guys there somewhere, somehow, sometime, and talk about it in the comments down below. Have you ever played a Star Wars game before? What What do you think about this idea of an open galaxy, open universe Star Wars game? I mean, in theory, it sounds great. I mean, open universe, open galaxy, yes. Yes, for me. So talk about it down below. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.